Just after 5 a.m. I'm up. It's time to start day one of this whole 30-day challenge. It's tough. It's tough getting out of bed. It was tough when I was in the Army getting out of bed. You gotta push yourself. Sadly, my motivation to push myself is not to get into better shape. It's, I gotta do this YouTube series, so I gotta get out of bed. I gotta get to it so that I can continue making this video for you guys. Maybe not the right motivation, I don't know, maybe it's good motivation because in the long run I am getting exercise out of it, but I guess you gotta have your motivation some way, whether it's to look better, to feel better, or to make a YouTube series. Definitely not as cold as it was yesterday, so that's at least a plus. Now my house is just right there. I could easily be doing inside PT, be inside of a nice warm house, but that's not what soldiers are doing. Soldiers are outside in this cold, so for the purpose of this challenge, I have to be outside in the cold too. Start this off with some stretching for 10 to 15 minutes. Usually it typically starts off with some running in place, which is good. Get the blood going. Hopefully warm me up a little bit. I won't take you through every single stretch. Periodically I'll just take you through some different stretches so you learn a little bit about stretches in the Army. This first one I'm gonna do here is called the overhead arm pull. Start off with the right arm, bring it over, lengthen my hand, the small of my back, grab my elbow, push down. We'll hold this for about 10-15 seconds. And then we'll switch to the other arm and pull down and hold this stretch for about 10 to 15 seconds. And I'll continue to go through some more stretches for about 10 more minutes just to kind of loosen up the muscles and stretch out before we start the workout. And this is common of how it's done in the Army. Obviously it's done with multiple soldiers in a formation, someone leading it, someone giving the instructions for what stretches happens, and then people give like a countdown. So for in that case, 10 seconds on that count, you kind of give a little countdown, 1,000, 2, 1,000, whatever, or you'll do in a, kind of like a group one where you'll go 10 and then everybody starts counting down from 9, or you'll do some kind of counting so that people keep tracking or stretching for the same amount of time. Now the common format I would usually use when I was leading physical fitness in the Army is I would work from the head and kind of work your way down. So you kind of start with the arms and the chest and the abs and the legs and everything on the stretching, and then kind of work your way through the body for about 10 minutes, and that's kind of the practice I would kind of utilize. Some stretches are done from a standing position and some are done from a seated position. This one is done from a seated position. This is the groin stretch seated. Simply place your feet together, just like that, and using your elbows, push down on your legs. Just kind of look straight forward. Kind of hold this for another 10 to 15 seconds. This is something usually I repeat maybe 3 or 4 times. After the stretching is over, we'll do some calisthenics to kind of get the blood pumping and blood going before we take off on a little 10-minute run. So that's what I'm going to do now. By the way, these are not jumping jacks. In the Army, these are called side straddle hops. And they are done in cadence usually. Start from the position of attention and then work just like regular old jumping jack does, but like I said, they're called side straddle hops. Alright, get this blood going. And now that we're all stretched out and all warmed up, let's take off for that 10-minute run. So, just a little bit of a safety tip for anybody trying to do this challenge or just working out outside in general. Be cautious of the temperature. Anything negative, anything really, can have some safety risks. I think technically you're okay to run in anything above -18, but still take some safety precautions and, you know, don't push yourself to do anything that could be potentially risky to your health. Okay, 10-minute run is done. It's time to do some calisthenics. So if you're not sure what the heck calisthenics are, essentially it's things like push-ups, sit-ups, and a lot of other exercises that don't require using weights or require using gym equipment. It's just kind of stuff using your body weight to act as a resistance, and different exercises that essentially like that. Just push-ups, sit-ups, overhead claps, all sorts of other ones that are just using your body. I sort of mentioned it in the last video that soldiers aren't going to the gym to work out. The only time they're going to the gym to work out is on their time. During physical fitness hours, during PT hours in the morning, you're out doing it without exercise equipment, without the gym. The only people usually working out in the gym during PT hours are people who are injured and they'll go to the gym to kind of work out. But otherwise, the gym in the mornings during PT hours is reserved for people on profile, people who are injured, and soldiers on their own time go to the gym, not during PT hours. Now that might not be everywhere, but a lot of posts I've been to, usually the command does not want soldiers going to the gym to do PT. So in addition to doing the obvious exercises like push-ups and sit-ups and stuff, there are some creative exercises the Army kind of does. I don't think they were invented by the Army, but some things that just look very simple, but if you do enough repetitions of them and mixing them with things like doing push-ups and sit-ups and other things that are tiring you out, just anything moving the arm after a while starts to get a little tiring and is giving you a workout. So this is what it's called, the overhead clap. Now the overhead clap starts off like this, arm straight out, palm straight up, and that's the start position. Then you go to this position, which is the up position, and you'll just kind of do this over and over again. Usually this is done in cadence, so start off like this, you go ready, begin, and you'll be doing this together as a group for however long. As simple as this looks, after mixing this in with push-ups and a bunch of other stuff, after a while, and doing this for multiple repetitions, it starts to get tiring, trust me. Now we can start the cool down process for the final 10 to 15 minutes of our workout. Typically just like how it was when I was stretching before the workout, how I'll work from head to toe. Well, for cool down I usually work from the feet up. So this first one I'm going to do here is the standing groin stretch. Spread your legs more than shoulder width apart and lean to one particular direction. I'll do this for about 10 or 15 seconds. Then I'll switch to the other direction. We're on Thursday now, so that means I'm going to be doing a road march. I'm going to be doing it in my physical fitness uniform that I've created for this challenge. Normally soldiers usually do a road march in uniform, the camouflage uniform with boots and their gear with the Kevlar and the vest and everything. Sometimes they'll do it in PTs if it's just some kind of special occasion where they're doing a road march in PTs. But I decided just to do this first one in PTs just to make it easier. And the next one I'll probably wear some work boots that I have and some different kind of attire for that one. But for this first one, I'm just gonna do that in PTs. Just have a regular old backpack that I have some pillows inside there with some weights to make 15 pounds. So that's what I'll be rocking with today, is a 15-pound backpack. I don't know how many miles I'll do, we'll track it, but it's basically gonna be off of time really. I'm just gonna basically do it until I need to get back, stretch, and get ready for work. It's still important to stretch. I probably won't do as in-depth of a stretch like I do with the 10 or 15 minute kind of stretch before calisthenics and run and everything, but I still make sure to stretch out the legs, stretch out the shoulders, all that kind of stuff before I take off on this little road march. I'm probably about halfway through. Having just a 15-pound bag wasn't too rough. I think for the next one, probably up it a little bit, make it a little bit more of a challenge, add more weight or add a vest or something, I don't know yet. 15 pounds is fairly easy, so. Alright, so there we go, about 50 minutes, a little over 50 minutes, and 2.7 miles. Also, using the Under Armour app, wearing Under Armour gear, Under Armour app. I should really be sponsored by these guys. It's just a little under 3 miles. Not bad. Like I said, I'm gonna have to up it a little bit on the weight, maybe with a vest or something like that. I'd like to get more than just that amount of miles, but I'm going off of time really. So I'm gonna really have like 45, 50 minutes to try to do this in. So either I need to up the pace, up the weight, something to get a little bit more out of it, because I feel like it was a little too easy. I mean, it was still a little bit of a workout, but probably easier than it should have been. Alright, so that actually caps off this first week. I know it's split up into 2 episodes, but it's actually just 1 week. If you liked the video, make sure to give it a thumbs up. If you want to see some more of my content, I got some suggested videos off to the side over here. If you are not yet subscribed to the channel, Go ahead and hit that subscribe button. I'm Christopher Chaos. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. See ya.